So we went and looked at what has been happening to our party. And like surgeons, we removed the cancer. The cancer that had been part of our party, that has crippled the party. We hope with that removal of the cancer, the party may be able to move and give Nigerians an option on what to do.
The following members: His Excellency Wike, His Excellency Ayo Fayoshe, Senator Samuel Anyanwu have committed various breaches of the party's constitution, including support and canvassing for vote for dates of election, conducting illegal and parallel congresses, sponsoring litigations against the party, seeking to stop the 2025 elective national convention for no just cause. In that case, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, Ebu Umar Bature, Kamaldeen Adeyemi Ajibade ingloriously supported Wike and others to ensure that the 2025 National Convention did not hold. The party has completely lost its esteem, regard, and respect in the eyes of the public on account of despicable conduct of the former governor of Rivers State and these men he recruited to help him destroy the party.
Wike is cancer to PDP. That's what the man said. You can't mince the word. So it's no news anymore that Wike has been expelled from the PDP. Something that has been said to have been should have been done a long time ago. So it's no news now that Wike, Ayofire, and Sam Anyanwu have all now been expelled, even though they're going to challenge it and they're going to call another convention. So there will be two PDP factions. You can already see how this is playing into the hands of the APC, because they wanted this to get to this point now. It would not make more people defect from the PDP, more governors defect from the PDP to the APC. So that's on one hand. But is it fair assessment for the PDP chieftain to call Wike cancer, from which they need to expel and surgically remove from the PDP? I mean, something that's come too late. So I think this PDP chieftain is a poor surgeon in his own assessment. But he said that Wike has committed a lot of anti-party activities. And you know, for the most Nigerians, they will agree with him, because the level of anti-party activities that Wike has committed, they are too numerous to count. You know, stemming from the 2023 election, stemming from the grievances he had that he didn't win the primary, and the fact that he was not, taken as the number 2, and the fact that he worked with Tinubu against his own political party. That's enough to expel the person anyway, and to openly come into the public and tell the entire nation that he's going to work against his own political party in 2027 because he feels they're not ready. It's enough to actually expel him. I mean, I'm shocked that even Samuel Otom was not mentioned in this conversation, because it is shocking to see that the same people who followed Wike all along, only a handful of them were suspended. That said, but is it a fair assessment, and is it true that Wike is cancer to PDP? It's a big question. I mean, I know it's an open-ended question, and more or less a question that the answer is obvious. But like I said, a man that canvassed for Bola Tinubu in 2023 and has openly, said he was going to canvass for Tinubu in 2027. Would it not be fair to have, from day one when he mentioned that statement, to have exposed him already? Let's take a look at the last Rivers State local government election that happened under the duress with the presence of the illegal, state of emergency that was called, the illegal sole administrator, where APC won majority of the local government, something that's never happened before. Is that not a fair thing to look at and say, yes, PDP used to be the one to rig River State before, but now APC has found a way in. What is your take in that? But I think the big thing that should be concerning to everyone, or that would warrant a lot of question asking, is, will Wike's ultimate intention or plan not to be to niqab PDP? Shouldn't that be the ultimate plan for Wike, to say, I know I have messed this party up. I cannot go back to that party because nobody will trust me. So what I would need to do is, I would need to make sure this party in River State, especially in River State, is destroyed. I will force the people in the government, this rep, the local government, and the governor, force them into APC, and then I will decamp eventually, so that I still have my political base intact. Because remember, even Wike said it, he needs his political base for his own political relevance. So all the catastrophe we've witnessed in River State, and the House of Rep members threatening for Barra, all given time to force him to go into the APC. But every time he disagrees with them, they impeach him. Isn't that the plan? And once he's done that, he still has his political base. He now has the room to defect to the APC. And APC welcomes him with both hands, because now he has helped to destroy PDP. And then you then have Ayo say, Sam Autumn and the others now obviously defect to the APC. Isn't that the way he wants to play out? But please don't forget. Don't forget when Wike called APC cancer. And now he's now being referred to as cancer. But the judge actually said that Wike recruited these people he mentioned to help destroy the PDP. Is that a fair assessment? Do you agree with that? Is that a fair assessment to say that? That Wike is cancer to PDP? I mean, most Nigerians agree it should have been expelled a long time ago. PDP should have had the courage, the audacity to say, it's enough, we expel you, do your worst. But then there comes in our judiciary, where judgment is completely bought all the time. It's another conversation for another day. But I think to go to court to say you want to challenge this is actually quite alarming. But again, everything goes in Nigeria. Because if you're in a political party, your number one task will be to work for the progress of that political party. Even if you think, or even when you think that the political party is not prepared for the position they're running for, but to give them a condition that they will not field in the presidential candidate in 2027, as has been alleged in the news, that's part of the condition Wike was given. I don't know how true that is. To say they will not field in a presidential candidate in 2027, then there will be peace. Is that not anti-party enough for you to want to expel this person? I don't rate PDP. I think PDP contributed immensely to the destruction of Nigeria. But when you look at Wike's, moves, when you look at Wike's hands and how he's been used to destroy his own political party, you have to come to that conclusion that he should have been expelled a long time ago. And every other governors who followed and worked with him to that extent. But I think PDP for now is completely kneecapped. It would take them beyond 2027 to recover from all of these internal rancors and fighting. And there's still a lot more court case to come anyway, because they will go to court. And Nigeria is a country where our judiciary is for sale. The highest bidders win the judiciary. You have two counter judgments coming from one court to the other one. One says you cannot go ahead with the convention. The other one says you can go ahead with the convention. The Supreme Court gives another judgment, and the lower courts don't obey it. So Nigeria's judiciary is actually, at a bad point at this particular point in time, where politicians just procure their judgment whichever way they want it. So, but in all, Wike has been described as cancer. But do you agree? Do you think it is the correct assessment that Wike is cancer to PDP? Or make it even bigger, the way Wike is working against the country, is Wike cancer against this country, Nigeria? Put your comment in the comment section. Don't forget to like this content, subscribe to this content if you've not done so, recommend this channel to others, and also put your comment in the comment section. Let's have a deliberation. But remember, you support us by subscribing. I'll catch you in the next video. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.